Well, howdy, everybody.
Hello, and it's finally Friday.
Snowy Friday.
Yeah, there we are.
Yeah, we white on the homestead.
We got to play in the snow all day today. Well,
You might have played. I
I started
had.
to say you can't call it play because we worked in the snow all day today. Freddie Gates says howdy. Hello,
Howdy.
Joy. Joy says good
Howdy.
evening. Nice to have you guys in here. Desiree says hi, April and Glenn.
Howdy.
Miss Red says hi, April, or good evening. Paula Wells says, hey, y'all.
Well, howdy.
Kyle Randall says, hey, you
Howdy.
two. Nice to have y'all in here with us.
Yes.
And Jones Family Town Container Garden says, hello, April and Glenn.
Howdy.
How is everybody doing today? Did y'all get to see snow like we did? We're supposed to get 1 to 8 inches, which is really not supposed to be over the winter
It's pretty
storm.
much over.
Yeah, the winter storm watch is not supposed to be over till like 1 a.m. But it's been a wet, heavy snow, but it's melted. I mean, the ground was white, but it's melted underneath all day because we had so much rain
If I'd helped
before.
my hand out, it would have froze the way they feel now.
No doubt. Freddie says, no snow. Nice day here today.
I
Sue
wish it
Gates is
would have
in
been
the
here.
house. Josh is in the house. Says, hello,
Howdy.
hello. So has everybody had a
Uniform.
wonderful... That's Josh.
Oh,
Sorry.
I can't keep up with all these names now.
Desiree says no snow here in North Florida, but the sky had the snow clouds and it is cold out. It was 34 here today, pretty much all day long.
Yep.
So, but oh man, we had some big, pretty snowflakes, didn't we? They was big uns.
For this area, they was big snowflakes.
They was big uns. Paula. Paula said that's cold for there, right? No,
No,
not really. Not
it's
in the
supposed
winter
to
time anyway.
drop down to 27 tonight, but we have seen well, we have seen below zero.
We have seen below zero. 2 years ago we had what, like 3 weeks or so of below zero.
No,
3 years.
no, we didn't have that many weeks in a
I
row.
know it was cold, and we was out having to milk and do all this stuff,
We
and
had
man,
it
it was
was
cold
I
for a
think it
long
was staying
time.
down into getting down into the teens at night.
You don't need to do that.
Well,
When you do that, you look like Buzzmaster. You stuck out on both sides.
if it get a little longer, I'd braid it.
I can put you some balls in it.
Nah, I don't need none of them. That's Stevie.
I'll do like a little bit and I can
Nah,
dye it.
nah, we don't. Well, it wouldn't be bad if it was back dark like it used to be, but
Uh,
I ain't worried about it.
what, you want a dark beard with white hair?
No, it's gonna be dark too.
Oh
I could get me
man.
some black spray paint.
Let's see, where was I at? Skin. Josh says I got my hog back from the butcher today, so it was a good day. Yes, that's always a good day.
Yep, I got 3. I got to get loaded up that I sold.
Yep. And that's the reason we ain't got to put a video out, guys. It's been one of them weeks that's just been crazy again. But we had somebody come down and look at hogs. Then they come back with the trailer. Then he had a doctor's appointment. We had water problems, so we still ain't got the hogs loaded.
Well, we had doctor's appointment the next day
And it was a all
or
day event
yesterday,
pretty much.
and then it snowed all day today.
And then he had to go get hay in the snow.
Yeah. Well, I was going to go had water problems Wednesday, and then the dad burned hogs down there got hold to my water hose and drug it into the lot and buried it.
Filled up their mud
Yeah,
or their
filled up their
hole. So
hole that they was sleeping in.
with water. And tore
Drained all
the
my storage that I had
saved up.
saved up back here for them. They drained the tank. So, it's just one thing after another. And it just,
It's just been a typical
it's just
week for a
life.
homestead, but it's just been really crazy.
It's just life.
Yep. Paula said it's been in the 40s there and down to 20s, and Kyle says it's time for a shave, ain't it, Glenn?
No, it's just getting wintertime. I got to keep his face warm.
He don't believe in shaving in the wintertime.
Mm-mm.
It's hard to even get him to trim his beard
The more, the warmer.
in the wintertime. Yeah, that's what he says. Desiree says 45 here, but feels like 39 and temps still dropping. Well, I know it's cold. Red, did y'all get snow? She
They
said
should
it's
have.
supposed to be low 20s here. Well, we're going to be mid to upper 20s
Yeah.
here tonight.
I think they're saying 27, but you know how that goes.
Yep. Desiree said, I'm glad I still have a window scraper for my windshield. Yeah, you need one that in this time of year, that's for sure.
Yeah, I was having to scrape snow off of the Arctic Cat today so I could see out the windshield.
Desiree said she done used it 5 times. And Paula said, you so need to trim that beard, Glenn.
Gotta get warmer.
Susan says, hi, sis, and hi, Glenn. Love you guys. Hope you're doing good, and everyone else.
Well, howdy, howdy.
So far, we're doing good. We got a couple of friends that are sick, and Glenn's blood sugar is sky high. We got to get his blood sugar down. Kyle said it sounds like you need to move south. But Red said, yep, we got snow. We figured you did, but I didn't know because you didn't say nothing about it.
I feel like I need to move way south anymore.
Yeah, he's a wussy when it comes to cold, which I ain't too brave, but I'm braver than he is.
Oh no, I was complaining of sweating out there today.
Yeah, I was too for a while.
Got all bundled up for the snow and everything. And went out and it cut loose of snowing like crazy. And I swan you, I think temperature went up.
Yep. Sue said, we just looked and it's going to be in the 20s tonight. Freddie's got to run outside and disconnect my water from the grooming shop so it won't freeze.
Yep. Yeah, we've been having to do that about every night here lately. We have to drain all the hoses out.
Yep. Did you do that tonight?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I
Oh
left
no.
one down there at the very end on the gravity water. I left it dripping.
Red said, we almost ran out of propane for heat. Had to get it filled again today. That ain't good, because especially not when it's this cold.
No.
Paula said, Kyle said not far enough, LOL. But because Paula said they are in the South. Kyle says
Nah,
not far enough.
that ain't the South.
Well, I consider
It's
myself a Southerner.
it may be on the south side of the Mason Dixon, but it's not south.
Not South South.
It's not south. It's not deep south.
It's not Desiree
It,
South.
it, well, Desiree ain't completely all the way south.
No.
You can still go 100 miles.
And Paula said, Glenn, get off that sugar, dude. He's really
I,
not eating nothing. I mean, he's had some tater chips, but it'd be just like a handful here and there. I mean, he's really not done nothing bad. But when he went to the doctor Thursday, his sugar was 210,
mm-hmm.
and I think his A1C was like 8.2 or 4.
4, I think. She said it's averaging about 250, whatever that was. I don't know.
That's not good.
But I ain't hardly drunk any drinks.
Paula
drink
said, girl, he's sneaking it then.
I drink water about all the time, except for a few cups of coffee during the day.
Yeah, and he uses honey. I mean, he's been doing,
And I don't use much honey in it. I've been
no,
cutting it way on down, and I don't
don't
know.
even use a half a teaspoon in his coffee, so in a cup full. So I figure that's pretty good, but I don't know. It's just,
I'm just as sweet
he's,
as got to come out.
y'all don't believe that, do you? Because I know
Evidently you
better.
did because you chased after me.
I was young and dumb.
Yeah, but you still hanging in there. You still chasing.
Oh man, no, I'm just sitting.
Yeah, but you won't sit far from me.
I must have missed Susan's comment, Susan, because all I got was hi sis and Glenn. Let me do my little thing. Is it?
Oh
I
man, what
gotta
are
do
you looking
that.
for?
You knocked it off.
Right there, she said she almost ended up in the ER last night.
I got it now. Said I almost ended up in the ER last night. I turned to get out of my Yukon. Next thing I know, I'm hitting the whole back on my head in the street on top of black ice. I didn't even remember getting out. That's bad,
That
Susan.
is.
Keto Homestead with Jess says hello at Lazy Acres.
Well, howdy.
How are you? Let's see, red. Yeah, I did miss it. Oh, when he when Paula said you want to lose a leg, Red said she'd give you one of hers. That'd be funny seeing him walk because his legs are a little longer. That's funny.
I thought maybe she just gonna get a red wagon and let me ride along behind her.
Darlene Powell says hi from Northeast Florida.
Well, howdy.
You all are funny. Well, we are so glad you're enjoying it.
Yep.
We love having fun. And Paula, no, it's not funny, but I don't know. He's gonna try taking. They actually took me off of metformin because my blood sugar was so good, and they're going to try it for 3 or 6 months. I don't
3 days
remember
or a
which.
week. She told me to try it for a
No,
week and call her
me.
back. Oh,
Was it 3 months or 6 months?
probably 3 because I usually test every 3 months.
I think it's 6 because I don't think I go back until May. I'll
Well, it
have to
might be.
get
I
my
don't know.
thing, but I couldn't remember if it's March or May. But anyway, they're going to try me without it. And I still had a few left, so they're wanting Glenn to take some of the metformin. And I told him we was going to wait until Monday to start it because they're closed on Fridays. And with the way it drops his blood sugar so fast and then drops his blood pressure, it just really worries me. We start it Monday or Sunday night, then that way Monday if it's doing it, then I could take him back in again.
Well, hello, cuz.
Iona is in the house.
Well, howdy, howdy.
Said, hello. How are you two doing? Love the video. It is 13 above right now. And the wood stove is a burning.
I would be sitting on top of it.
All right, Desiree, you going outside in the cold? Stevie Outdoorsman finally made it. Says, hi, everybody.
Howdy.
Darlene says, we're going to have frost tomorrow night here. That's awesome. Well, I don't know if you call it awesome or not, but it's just weird it frosting all the way in Florida. We got snow today and last night. It snowed last night too, but it rained in with it.
Bad part about it frosting in Florida is all them tomato plants on down there.
Yep, that is, and all the fruit trees and all
Mm-hmm.
that. So that's not a good thing. Red said be right back.
Well, hurry up.
Red said it's so cold even with the fireplace going. I know I asked him tonight whenever we was coming in. I said, you want to do a fire in the fireplace and roast some weenies tonight?
No, you just said we're gonna have roasted weenies tonight, and I said that don't matter to me. And I come back in, you started on all this other stuff, and I was like, well, I guess you changed your mind.
I wanted some wings.
Yeah, I had mater soup,
Yep. He knows whenever I have my wings, he won't eat wings, so I have to fix him something else. So I give him three choices, and he
and I
didn't want
picked the
either one
fourth
of
one.
them. Yep, he picked the fourth one. That's what he wanted. So
I don't know. I was cold, and that soup a lot of times it just kind of helps warm you back up from the inside out.
exactly. Weenies, huh? Mater soup, even. And yeah, I knew the soup wasn't no good, but for him, but I knew that
What?
the mater soup,
What?
your sugar.
Tell me it ain't no good neither.
No, it's not no good for you. It's not.
I guess you're gonna have to lock me up in a rabbit cage and feed me lettuce.
No, you can have some sausage and eggs with no bread.
Well, you might as well just feed me lettuce. Take my bread away and taters. And shoot me and get rid of me.
Red said they're having tomato soup and butter bread too. No, I ain't gonna do that. I love you too much.
Well, I
Skinner.
didn't have no bread. I had a few crackers, but now I tell you what, with tomato soup, take you a big old spoonful of peanut butter and stick it on the side there and just get you a little along with it. That's pretty good.
Yeah, he loves his peanut butter with his mater soup. He
Hmm.
actually got me. I said, first time he said that, I was like, "Ooh,
But you dip peanut butter crackers into my mater soup and eat it. And I said, what's the difference?
I know we've looked at wheat bread before. Now, I don't know that it's been all grain bread, but the wheat bread actually had more um, sugar grams in it than the white bread did. So now I'll check for all grain bread. Sue said tomato soup and grilled cheese sandwiches are the best, and they are, but I
Oh,
was
God,
out of
that would have been
cheese.
good.
Yeah, but we ain't got no cheese.
I skipped the peanut butter when I got a grilled cheese to go with it.
Yep. Now I was wanting some cheese last night, but we was out. And Paula said, did I read hers? All grain bread, half a
Hmm.
slice, meat and eggs is a fine meal.
Oh, no, no, no. I don't reckon you did.
Red said I would love to have a grilled cheese sandwich, but can't because of milk. And Paula said overall carbs are higher in white bread. Well, I don't remember if I checked the carbs or not, but I knew the sugar
I
was.
think we did on that one, and it was showing to be higher. That's the reason we went back to white bread. And I could tell it bothered me worse, that other that we got, than the white bread did.
The wheat bread.
Wheat bread or whatever, grain bread, whatever it was. I could tell it bothered me worse.
Paula said homemade tomato soup is fine because you can control the sugar. Well, he tries not to really eat much tomatoes because I know they say that tomatoes, period, are bad for arthritis. And me and him both got it, but I guess where he got cold, that was the reason he wanted the cheese. But we didn't have
I
really
didn't have no
enough
cheese.
maters. Oh, I meant soup. Sorry. No, we out of cheese. But we didn't really have enough maters this time to really can any. And I like canning maters, but or like canned maters. I love mater juice. Just drinking mater juice.
Oh,
But we didn't get
I like
anything
a
canned.
I like a good homegrown mater, but I can't think I ain't supposed to have them either.
Yep, the seeds in them ain't good for him. But I know I've been wanting to look at my keto book and get out some keto diets and stuff and start making some of them dishes and not tell him. Cause he's scared of going on keto.
I just, I eat for the taste, not to make me fat. For the taste of my food.
Paula said she didn't know if she bought into the tomato and arthritis thing. I've had it since my teens, and it doesn't seem to make anything different for me. All I know is they say that there's a it brings out a protein, I think it is, in your body that's supposed to make your arthritis act up and be worse. I don't know. I'm not
It
a
might be a
doctor.
person that don't like tomatoes saying all that because they don't want nobody else to eat them.
Maybe it's somebody that loves them and don't want nobody else to eat them, so they can have them
Well,
all.
that might be it too.
I mean, I don't know. I've just heard several different things about tomatoes and certain potatoes and this, that, and the other that's supposed to be really bad on arthritis, but where he's got the what is it? It just left me.
Diverticulitis.
Yep. But the diverticulitis, he can't have the seeds anyway. So I usually try to get him the beefsteak tomatoes. It's what we either grow or buy because they don't have a lot of seeds in them. A lot of time you can just cut a little thing out in the middle and just be done with that. Red said, it's hard to believe what they say nowadays. I eat what I like, do what I want, and I'm happier for it. Paula said it could be an industry fight too. Who knows? And you're exactly right. Who knows in this day and time? Joy said tomatoes are considered a nightshade and they are bad for inflammation in the joints. Stevie said, well, Susan said, I'm sorry if I offended anyone. I got booted off. Susan, we didn't
Huh?
boot you off, honey. I don't know what happened, but it, to my knowledge, nobody's done anything to you.
I hope not.
Exactly. Red said, who booted you, Susan?
Yeah.
Yeah, does it tell? Because I've not seen um anybody doing anything. And usually it'll come up and say like so and so time so and so out or whatever, but I ain't seen none of that. Stevie said I love German Johnson tomatoes. Glenn is a better boy.
Big boy, better boy, early girl.
Yeah, he's a boy girl type of filler. Oh me.
I don't know. I just like them old timey maters.
Red, you're a mess.
What's she full of tonight?
She said, I know I didn't, but you would have to lift my leg up manually to do so.
Yeah, but she will run over your toes.
Believing she can fly.
Oh,
Oh, me. She's got such a great personality. But Susan, honest, nobody done anything. I mean, unless I accidentally done something when I laid the phone down to get me a drink. But it's not showing anything, so I don't know.
I don't neither.
And
Just hang in there with us, so
yeah, just don't worry about it. Come on back and have some fun.
yes.
And that's what I thought too, Paula. Paula said we'd see it if you had April, and that's what I thought. Red says I'm a comedian by nature and a nut by design, and we'll go with that.
Maybe if she rolls backwards a little ways. I think she should have been on Looney Tunes.
Mama thinks you was too. What was it she asked you?
How'd you get so crazy?
What'd you tell her?
I was born that way and took a back seat.
He sure did. That's what he told Mama anyway. And Kyle, I don't think he's still in the doghouse. They called and talked to us not before last.
Yeah, I think it was Wednesday, wasn't it? Or Thursday.
I don't remember.
Is it the last night or night before last when they called and said
It
they went live?
it went,
Wednesday night.
yeah.
I think it was Wednesday night they called. I didn't see that they was on live or nothing, and he called and told me.
Yeah, whenever they got done.
Uh-huh.
And I said, I'm sorry, because we was actually, when he said they went live, we was actually eating. So that's probably the reason we didn't see it.
Well, we'd been running late every night.
Yeah, we've been getting in way after dark. So,
I,
how that goes.
I had got to where I was feeling pretty comfortable with my schedule, and we was getting in before it got dark, and then I don't know what happened the last couple of weeks.
Josh said that he grew early girls last year and pink girls, and said that he thought the pink girls are some of the best maters he'd ever had.
I don't think I've ever tried a pink girl.
I don't think so either. I don't know. I don't think I've ever seen pink girls.
I think I've seen them, but I ain't sure. I know I've seen some pink tomatoes, but now I like the real red tomatoes.
Well, we may have to try some next year. Uh, Paulette asked Susan, why did she think she got booted? I don't know if this is it. She said it was like I was there following. The next minute I wasn't, and then I tried to get back on their site when I pulled up or anything, and then I just went to Google and finally popped up. I'm not very checkout savvy.
I don't know a whole lot about all that stuff.
Hello, James.
Howdy.
Says snow coming down here. Oh,
Huh?
Sunday. Coming down there Sunday. Well, we
Huh?
got it today, and
Yeah.
oh, I loved it. I love it. It's so pretty whenever it snows. Y'all know I'm pretty excited when we put the video out. Because I do. I absolutely love seeing snow covered trees and stuff like that. It's just beautiful to me.
I used to did, but it don't it don't get me excited like it used to.
No, because he don't go out and play in it like he used to. That used to be his favorite thing. It'd start snowing and he'd say, "You wanna go for a ride? You wanna go play?"
Now, so I wish I had a fire and fireplace so I could snuggle up to the fireplace to keep me warm.
Skinner said, I come in after dark last night. I was splitting wood and got caught up. Well, we still got a bunch of wood we got to cut, bust, and all that because
Yeah, we running way, way, way behind on that.
from the storms and stuff, we've got down, what,
Well,
at least 10 trees.
yeah, and then our neighbor out here is having his property cleared cut. And he told me I'd come out there and cut some stuff as soon as they got out of the way.
Yep, so we got to go do that
Uh,
too. But it's good whenever you got wood. I mean, especially whenever you burn it like we do.
yep,
Which our water, what's it called?
heat
Yeah, but the little thing that busted.
the core.
Yeah, our water core busted, so we're gonna have to go get it fixed before we can use the
I'm gonna
water
have to
heat.
order a new one. Oh,
Okay,
I got.
we still gotta fix it.
Well, yeah. I ain't gonna try to fix that old core if it done sprung a leak like that. It's time to replace it
Yeah,
because
but
that was old one anyway. I don't remember where I even got that from.
I don't either. I know we've had it for ever since we had the water heat done in.
Well,
It's
we've
the only
had
one
this
we've ever
house here
had.
for 16 years.
Yeah.
And like you said, it's the only one we ever had in here. So I know we've had that core for at least 15.
Yep.
And it was used when I got it. So I
Uh,
don't know how old it is.
James said he loved seeing it out the window. We actually turned the porch light on the front and opened one of our bedroom window curtains last night so we could just lay and watch it fall. I love to watch it snow. I love being out in it as long as it ain't freezing.
It didn't used to bother me being out in it. I could stay out in it about all day and all night. But
Yeah, it never did bother me either, but I know the cold and stuff, I'm getting, like I said, a little wussy on that. Hello, Margie. Says hello, April and Glenn. Saw that you
howdy.
were getting ready to get to sleep. Figured I'd stop by for a bit.
Well, we glad you did.
Yes, we are. Skinner said they ain't real pink, but they have very little seeds and really, really good flavor. So we're gonna have to check out the pink girls.
Yep.
And Red said Matt said he was going to go outside in his boxers and play in the snow. Told him that Travis would lock him out just for kicks, lol. Yep, you know that's what would happen.
Yep. Yeah, I told her down there today when I was down there hurrying up trying to get caught up on things. And I had on all these layers of clothes and stuff, and it got to get warm. I felt sweat running down my forehead, and I'm like, I'm gonna have to go in the house and get my swimming trunks and put them on, come back out.
Yeah. Desiree said, Burr, someone take the win, please.
No doubt.
And Susan says, man, watch out for the black ice. And you're not kidding, because it probably will be.
Yeah.
Oh, Shaky, you mean man. Shaky said, sorry, I'm late. I was eating barbecue spare ribs.
I hope you enjoyed them. I don't like ribs, so it ain't gonna bother me.
Well, I like ribs. I guess probably my favorite thing would have to be chicken wings, or it is here lately. And I fix.
It don't matter what you hear lately, as long as it's chicken, you ready to eat.
Yeah, but I got hung up on chicken wings lately.
Uh,
Oh, fried catfish, salt and pepper catfish, or lemon catfish. Now that's some good eating. I think I'd rather have salt and pepper catfish.
Flounder.
I love that.
Only fish I want's flounder.
Shaky said, yes, sir, very much. I know his mama was fixing some ribs one day, and I was getting ready to go to work. And she said, don't you smell these things? They smell so good. I said, yeah, and that's so mean because they ain't ready and I ain't going to be able to have any. You remember that?
Now, my mama wouldn't do nothing like that.
She just died laughing. We used to have a lot of fun. She picked on me and I picked on her. And coffee's good whenever it's snowing. And I didn't have a whole bunch this morning, so Desiree, that sounds pretty good.
I think I had 3 cups.
I only had 2. Josh said he's with you. He didn't care for ribs either. And Red said she liked batter dipped halibut.
I've heard of it, but I don't think I've ever tried it.
Josh said crappie. You ever
Uh,
tried any crappie?
uh, been a long time ago, probably, but I don't like freshwater fish.
No, he don't. He's a very picky eater about a
Well,
lot
that
of
wasn't my
things.
fault. I used to eat it, but I stuck a fish
Bone.
bone up in the roof of my mouth, and it made a taste in my mouth, and I ain't been able to eat freshwater fish since. Cause every time I try to, that's all I can taste.
He don't like meat up against the bone.
No,
Only part of chicken he'll eat's breast. Won't eat no wings. Um, he don't really like steak. He can have it once in a while, but hamburger is about the only thing he'll eat almost any way you can fix it.
sausage,
Yeah, and
maybe pork,
sausage.
bacon. Love me some bacon.
Uh-huh. But loin, pork chops, or now loin he'll eat once in a blue moon, but he's
I like
really
it better baked. I just don't really like it fried. Now, if it's fixed right and baked, now that's good.
Freddie said he was with you. Red burned her tongue with the soup. Shaky said, my ribs and barbecue, for that matter, will make you smack your mama.
Not me. I ain't never been much for rib. Well, I don't even like ribs, period, and I ain't a whole lot on barbecue.
Now, Darlene, I like salmon. Glenn can tolerate it a little, but it's really not his most favorite thing.
No, I can't tolerate salmon at all anymore.
Where you eat it at
I did not.
Yellow House?
I did not.
They grilled
Oh,
salmon.
okay, yeah. I was thinking about that can of stuff. All right.
I want that.
I thought you was talking about the canned stuff.
No. Oh me. Da, 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 da. Oh, Joy don't like steak either. Josh says I don't like seafood, but freshwater fish or crawfish, yum yum. Now I like seafood. Shrimp's probably my favorite, and then Shaky says I love fried gator tail. That's something I have never tried is gator. And I don't know why. It's not that I think it's nasty or
You just ain't never
anything.
been around nobody fixing it.
Right. Ain't never been around anybody had any because I probably wouldn't pay for it not knowing if I'd like it. Margie said Glenn sounds picky. He is very picky.
I ain't picky. I just like
Very
eating what I
picky.
like.
Red said she's never tried gator in nothing but jerky.
So,
Josh said gator's
it
good
it's
too.
it's not that I'm picky. It just I don't like a wide variety of things.
Red, I got something to tell you.
Oh lordy.
She said steak to me is like eating my leather shoe any way it's fixed. I know everybody talks about Black Angus, Black Angus, Black Angus, Black Angus. But I'm telling you, Jersey steaks are so tender. Now, we've had a couple of these steaks that we had from Bobo, which they warned us, him being a bull, the steaks would be more tougher because they're more muscled.
Well, it's not that he was so lean. He didn't have a whole lot of fat to
Even
you.
the hamburger, you fry the hamburger and like sometimes I'll
You
fix other stuff in it, and if it's something that needs grease, I'll have to add grease to it
mm,
because there's just no grease cooking out of the hamburger.
it's got just enough to barely cook.
And
It's
then
probably I'm gonna say he was probably 90% lean, 85 to 90.
I bet he's more than that.
No, he's 85 to 90% lean.
There ain't no grease in it.
I know it.
It'll cook like the
75
juices and stuff.
75%, 75 or below 80 is where you really start getting the extra grease. You get down to 75, 70, and you get a lot of grease.
I don't know. He was just lean. I mean, I've had deer meat. Now, granted, I know you add fat to deer for hamburger and stuff, but I've had deer meat that was fixed on the lean side that had more grease cook out of it than his burger does, and that ain't no junk.
He's lean.
He is lean. But anyway, the steaks, most of the time in a Jersey cow, the marbling in it is like a yellow color because, and I don't know why I think this, but I think it's because their milk, Jersey cows or whatever, are just known for creamy milk, and I think it's got something to do with that. But the bulls are that way too, and they don't have milk, so I don't know.
It's
It's just something about them that they
the
have
Jersey
yellow
cows
marbling.
don't have uh, white fat in them like a regular cow. They're fat after they get up to about 3, 4 year old. Their fat will turn yellow, and it really puts a whole lot of flavor into the meat. And it don't take much of the yellow fat to do it.
And Margie, you're right. It's as lean as deer meat, and that ain't no good. That's no lie. That's the
Mm,
leanest. And we've had homegrown hamburger meat for many years now. I mean, we ain't had to buy no hamburger out of the store. And that is by
well,
far the leanest hamburger I have
I
ever cooked.
I was raised on raising your own meat, so and then there for many years where I was trucking and stuff, I didn't try to raise no animals and got to noticing every time we'd go to the store and get hamburger or something, you come home and it'd be pretty red and break it open, it'd be brown in the middle, and I'm like, that ain't right.
Yep. And then you got to figure, or after the internet come out, you learned that they put red coloring in it to make it look
Hmm.
that way, and ours is that way naturally. You can get a pack of Bobo out of the freezer right now, and it's just dark red.
Yeah, he's
I
got the
mean,
darkest meat I believe I've ever seen on one.
that ain't no junk. He really does.
But it just a whole lot better meat. What are you saying over there?
Sorry, that's township calling me. My sheep's ready. Oh man. Everybody says that they like gator. Let's see. James says it's good. Shaky says you eating gator is cannibalism, lol. That's okay, Freddie. We got you. And Sue said gator is great, but frog legs are my favorite food. Now I've eaten them before,
They're
but
fun to watch throwing them in the frying pan and see them trying to jump back out.
no doubt.
I remember when I was real small, somebody started fixing some and they throw them things in the pan that's kicking around everywhere. I said, I ain't eating food and it trying to run away from me.
Yeah, Shaky, go ahead. We need a good laugh. Red said that's the way she liked her meat was low grease. Said then again, that's why I have to eat it since the doctor says I'm at high risk for a heart attack. Alright, Red, you better eat good.
You're going to have to start getting more exercise.
And Josh said rub them down with lime juice. Will lemon do the same thing? And put them in the fridge for a few hours and then cook it. It don't change the flavor. It just tenderizes it. Well, now some of his steaks that we've eaten, I'm telling you, them that we made on the grill that we done the video about, gosh, them was the best steaks. And that was Bobo steaks. But ever so often you'll get them and they're
Well, them
just,
first ones I had to grill way too hot.
yeah, and he grilled them a
And then,
little longer than he
yeah, and I
should have
left them on
too.
there too long. On my back.
And Josh said mix Jersey with a beef stock, and that's some good meat.
It's good, but I love the pure Jersey, and actually the one she's talking about, Bobo, it was a Jersey Guernsey mix, and I don't know. That's I just I like them dairy ones better than I do the beef stock because I don't like a whole lot of fat in my meat anyway.
That's what Freddie said. Freddie says I trim all the fat off my steak. Can't stand the stuff, and he can't neither.
I can't,
Glenn will take it off and lay it in his plate or whatever. But he,
or I'll give it to let somebody else cut it off and take it if they want to eat it. But
whenever I'm cooking beef stew, I have to trim every little bitty piece because he's that picky about having fat in anything.
I don't like the taste of it. I can't help it.
Well, Red, that's nothing better than homegrown meat. Skinner says I'm breeding my Black Angus bull to my Jersey heifer. That's going to be a good piece of beef. I bet it will be. Shaky said I went to the parts store with my son tonight and tripped over my bootlace and face planted on the concrete floor.
Oh, God.
I didn't bounce more like a splat, but at least everyone there got a good laugh, LOL. Well, I hope you're okay.
No doubt. That's why most people does on it. When you fall down, they're standing there laughing and look at you. Are you all right?
Yeah, after they get done laughing. I'm now
Well,
if I
some
don't
of them
see
does
no
it while they
blood,
laugh.
well, yeah. But I know if I don't see no blood and they seem to be okay, I'll laugh and then ask. But if I see blood, I don't. Yeah, I try to catch you, so.
Yeah, but you're laughing when you're doing that.
James says, not laughing about that. I know that had to hurt. I
No
mean,
doubt.
seriously, that had to hurt.
As you get older, them falls gets worse.
They do. And I know one day we was out here cutting wood and Glenn stepped backwards and caught the boot of his heel on a tree, got off balance, went backwards, and then as he was coming down, hit the back of his head on another big piece of wood that was laying there. Red said, oh, Shaky hugs. Ain't she so sweet?
Uh-huh.
And that's what happens here, Josh. We give the fat to the dogs and the cats. Shaky said, two busted knees and my back is jacked. But other than that, hurt my pride, LOL. Hidden Pines Homestead, hello.
Howdy.
Said, slather a steak in mayo. Put it in a Ziploc bag in the fridge for a day. It makes it so tender. Well, I know Paula's told us that buttermilk is good for stuff like that too. Margie said would be called Jangus. Angus Jersey. Jangus, that's pretty good.
Skinner said to look up a little further, April.
Oh, lime on beef and deer and Fisher chicken's lemon. Alrighty, because I know I usually put a little bit of lemon and some salt. I mean, like after I beat them, but I'm telling you, with Jersey steaks, 95% of the time you don't even got to tenderize them. You just unthaw them, throw them on the grill, and they melt in your mouth. I mean, and I'm not just saying that because I'm partial to Jerseys, because
She used to holler Angus all the time.
I
She was
did.
an
I used to
Angus
be an
person.
Angus girl.
And I kept talking about the Jersey. She said, no, I want Angus. I want Angus.
Well, we got an Angus
Well,
killed.
we'd done some Jerseys, and she kept on hollering about the Angus, so I got an Angus.
And I was like, man, these steaks ain't nothing. I mean, Jersey's got them beat 10 times, but.
We got that in back on. I brought it home. She's standing there looking at them steaks, and her tongue hung out of her mouth. Then she fixed one, and she
Not
didn't.
Brown Bull, but Brownie. Brownie's what, 5 now?
He may be going on 6. He's
But
getting a
I
little.
can't. If Bobo hadn't have been so worrisome to me about.
Yeah, Brownie was supposed to went before Bobo.
Yeah, Bobo was younger, but
He got
Bobo had to go.
He got to where he wanted to cut up at us a little bit, or when she was around, I didn't have no problem out of it when I was down there by myself.
Yeah, but I can't stay up here and let you go in the pasture because it worries me. I mean,
I went in there with all 3 of them bulls. It didn't bother me.
I know it don't never bother you. Shaky said the worst thing was the very nice young man came over and said, "Can I help you up, sir?" No, just take me to the nursing home, LOL.
Oh, Lordy.
I gotta tell on myself today. I fixed breakfast this morning. We eat. He got ready, went got hay, come back, got ready to go outside, and as I was walking out, I kept hearing something. I thought, I know I cut the coffee pot off. I know I cut the coffee pot off. So I went over there to double check the coffee pot and turned around. And as I was making my turn, there was light on the stove, and I had left the stove out on. And I told Glenn, I said, I can't believe it, but I just cut the stove out off. And what did you say?
It happens.
No.
Oh, about selling everything?
Well, he said we just need to go into a nursing home.
No, I said we just need to sell
Or
everything
old
off and
folks.
go to the old folks' home.
Old folks home. I hate it when I do that. Castle Hobbs is in the house.
Well, howdy, buddy.
He says, howdy doody, y'all. Shaky, that was good. Skinner says, I don't tenderize any beef or pork or chicken that I raise, but if I buy it from the store, use the juice trick. Well, I'll have to remember that because I mean, with ours, I don't. The first Jersey steaks we got, I was tenderizing them with the little hammer thing, and they was just falling apart. And I was like, don't need to do this. So the next ones I got out, never tenderized them, anything, just put your seasoning, whatever you want on them, and cook them. And I had never done one. And then Bobo, like I said, he's had just I think it's been 2 packs out of all the steaks that we've eat that's been a little bit tough. But I'll have to remember the juice trick. Margie says, I never knew Jersey were for me, only milk. That's awesome to know. I'm telling you, they
Now,
are.
Jersey's is a dual purpose.
Yep.
Even to these big dairies, got the big black and white Holstein cows. Them cows, when they time to get the dairy to get rid of them, they go to be sold to go into slaughter pens. A lot of you cheap hamburger stuff like that in the grocery stores and stuff like that, you're probably getting big Holstein cows.
Yep. Unless it says Angus beef on it and they
Mm-hmm.
charge an arm and a leg for it.
Well, I said the cheap hamburger and stuff. It's probably when you get that cheap hamburger, it's probably gonna be Holstein.
Yep. Dallas County Scratcher says, hello, Lazy Acres.
Well, howdy.
How are you?
Yes.
Red said Marvin was pretty tender, although it was hard for me to eat him.
It gets easier every time.
It does. I mean, I still can't, watch nothing like that because I can't take it. But
You get hungry enough, you will.
Yeah, if I get hungry enough, I'd probably be willing to do it myself. Castle says, how was you all's holidays? Lonely?
Well, thanks a lot.
Well, I mean, as far as us going anywhere, anybody coming here, pretty much my family, we went to his daddy's.
We went to your mama's.
Well, for her birthday. That was
and
Christmas, but that was on the 18th. But other than that, that was it. Cause Daddy didn't want nobody coming up there or him coming down here or anything. And Mama said, "Well, I'm not pushing my luck no more. If we have a birthday get together, that's our Christmas too." So we went and ate Christmas dinner with his dad, and that's it. And it's we've actually not liked going over there because we don't go out a lot, but we still have to go out to places. And he's in the house all the time. So, we don't really want to get him sick. Red said, after reading what I just said, I'm so glad this is a homestead channel. I'd sound like a psycho otherwise. Talking about Marvin.
Mm-hmm.
Oh me. That's just too funny.
She'll be thinking about that for next week.
Well, that's good, Dallas County. He says finally getting my notifications. He still don't get none. And his brand new phone been messing up. It rings when time cuts off, or it cuts off and goes in airplane mode.
Yeah, my new phone's got a mind of its own. I'm gonna take it back to them and tell them they give me one that's too smart.
Yeah, Castle, I was going to ask you if you wasn't in quarantine and if you didn't have the fungolitis. He said it took him 2.5 weeks to get better. Well, I've got an uncle that's got it in the intensive care, so everybody pray for him. And we got a friend of ours that I used to work with, and they say he's got it and not doing very well. And I got to call his wife tonight. Never will get off of here.
Yeah, I was
Dallas
gonna
says,
ask you if you called them since you heard about that.
no, I hadn't because I forgot last night till it was too late, remember?
Yeah,
And yes, Castle Hives, we're glad you're feeling better. He said
no
it was
doubt.
horrible. Dallas County says Lazy Acres have a question for any homesteader that could answer my question. Well, throw it at us,
Yeah,
Dallas.
well, we'll give it a try. If I don't know the answer, I'll tell you real quick. I have no clue.
Thank you, Miss Joey. I appreciate it. Castle said he had a fever for 10 days. I know our niece had it too. And I know Michelle's still having a rough time with it. But Kendra, she finally got to go back to work last weekend. And so she's not contagious no more. But I know that stuff, whenever you get it, it's just not fun. Dallas says, what does everyone think for a person from a big city that's wanting to do homesteading? What's your thought and advice? I'd say go for it. As
If
much as
it's
your city ordinance will allow you to have, you can't go wrong.
well, did they say? I think they said from the big city, didn't they? And they're wanting to get
What
into
does
homestead.
everyone think for a person from a big city that's wanting to do homesteading? What's your thought and advice? Do you have, how big of a city are you talking about? Are you living in an apartment complex or do you have your own space?
Are you moving out of the city to go do a homestead?
No, I think they're in a big city, but I don't know what.
Well, that's the reason I asked if they was still gonna be in the city or if they was moving out to go do the homestead.
And Susan, yeah, that's right. Susan and them just got over it too. Susan, I'm sorry. I knew y'all were doing better. Ooh. We're soon gonna have to be going too. He says Dallas, Texas, and I'm in a tent moving out.
Well, if you're moving out of the city, yeah, I would recommend it highly. But find you a place and start off slowly.
Start off with chickens.
Well, chickens or goats or something small like animals.
Well, chickens can scratch and get most
Yeah,
of their.
but start off small with whatever you start with. And like I said, start with the smaller animals. I wouldn't go out and try to get a big cow right off the start if you hadn't ever messed with none.
Because there's a lot can go wrong with them.
Well, it is with any of them,
Yeah, but cows are.
but just start off small and go at it slow on the start. Don't get in no hurry on getting a bunch of animals. Just get a few to get started with, and just I would recommend going for it because I tell you, once you get into doing stuff like this and you get your animals, they just it's pretty much like having family members outside. I mean, I'll just be honest. You get attached to them. The bad part when it comes up times, that you got to get rid of some or something happens to them, it's hard, but you know, it's at the same time, it's I wouldn't trade it for nothing else. As long as I've got a choice in the matter, I'll be here.
I mean, even the chickens, you get attached to
Yeah.
them and start petting them. You'll ask Red about her and her baby girls. She'll tell you.
Well, looky there, Misery's yellow house on the hill.
Hey, girl. How are you, my friend?
Yes.
He said, Dallas County Scratcher says, okay, I thank anyone for the advice. Well, I'm telling you, it's because I'm sick of getting laid off of work, is why I'm asking.
Well, now I'm gonna tell you now, it can be real expensive, especially if you start getting some bigger animals and stuff, the feed and all that. But if you start off, like I said, with some chickens or something, just a few to get your foot in the door and get started,
You can sell
yeah,
eggs,
you can sell the eggs.
sell the chickens.
You can eat the eggs. You can turn around and eat the chickens. I mean, it's a win-win.
Now, I'm telling you, homesteading's hard. The
Hmm.
hardest thing about homesteading is never getting to take vacations. Now,
Well, now that's with animals.
if you ain't big and you can got friends that can come over and feed for you, then it's not so bad. But that's been
But when you got
the thing I
milking,
miss the most
the
is
milking
vacations.
animals, it's hard. Just there's a lot of people. If they come in time to learn your routine and everything, and everything, it ain't no problem. But it's harder to find somebody to come out and
And
be able to
milk.
take over and milk for you and stuff like that on a short notice.
But even at just feeding your animals, ours, it takes us at least 2 hours to go out and just do the feeding. The minimum amount of feeding that we have to do, it takes at least 2 hours just to do that. And then if anything goes wrong, there's all that stuff that you got to fix, water problems, all this. And we've got people that's told us they would come and help us, but our feed is just everywhere and the milk and stuff. I mean, it's just hard to teach anybody how to start milking.
Well, howdy, Miracle Farm 1927. How are y'all?
How are you? I'm so glad Miracle got her little calf and it's doing
Yeah,
so good.
it looked like she was having a big grin on her face when she was out there leading it around like a puppy.
Exactly. And James agrees with
Ah,
us. He said, yep, start with something easy to take care of. And chickens will be your easiest
yeah.
thing. And if you're looking to make money, a lot of people, goat meat is actually high in good cholesterol and low in bad cholesterol. So a lot of people's found out how good goat meat is for you. You don't have to feed if you've got
Uh,
briars and this, that, and the other that they can eat. It just takes a lot less to feed a goat. They give you milk and meat.
Dallas County there says Lazy Acre Homesteading. How long
How
have you
long?
been on your homestead?
Uh huh.
Well,
He grew up
I was
with it,
raised on a farm.
and we've been here
Uh,
for almost 40 years,
Mom
right?
and Daddy bought this place over here in 1981, so or 1979 or 80, somewhere in there. But we moved over here in 81, and I trucked for 30 years, so I hadn't what you
Thank
say
you.
been just homesteading all the time, but kind of sort of too.
Yeah.
I wasn't doing it on a full time base like I would do now.
And Castle brought up a good thing, quail.
Yeah.
Quail's very fast growing. They provide you eggs and meat in what
Mm.
is it, 6 weeks or 8 weeks?
I think a quail from the time they hatch, it's 6 weeks, I think, and they start laying.
And they're pretty much full grown at 6 weeks, ain't
Yeah.
they? So I mean, there's you a fast turnaround food and egg production thing too.
Yep. But I mean, there's a lot of different kind of things. I mean, and if you don't want to do animals, gardening.
Yeah, gardening. But now gardening, you got to have space
Yeah, you got to have some space, but you can do it in containers and stuff, and
or raised beds.
raised beds. A lot of different ways of doing things. Hanging baskets on certain things. I mean, there's cucumbers, stuff like that. You can put them in containers and hang them up, and to where you have more room.
Yep.
But that's a good way to get started. Is doing your vegetables and stuff.
And Red said, I love our girls. By August, we'll have 22 chickens, and now I'm raising chickens for family members, all from a wheelchair. Well, if you can get our chickens, honest to goodness, we've got the hens that we keep in a thing, and we got several different little things. Got turkey in which I've seen it. And we had so many roosters this time, we let the roosters out
We didn't
because,
let them out. We throwed them out.
yeah, we did. Cause all them roosters, they tear the feathers off your girls' backs. They're rough with the
Too many
hens.
roosters in a hen house ain't good.
No, and I don't like it.
Too many hens in the hen house ain't good either, I guess, because we had to take one of the hens out the other day.
Yep. But anyway, they stay right there around they free
Yeah.
range, but they're right there around the other chickens and they don't leave. And we got a neighbor, we got them in the pasture, and the neighbor's not very far. We've had one rooster to wander over our Glenn said, I'll just go ahead and eat him or whatever you want
Yeah,
to
she likes them.
do. She does. Carmen's special. She's a
Yeah.
good lady.
And there's Mr. Yellow House in here now.
Hello, Tony.
The old cuz.
Yep.
Another cuz, rather.
And Sue said, That's true, April. We never get to go anywhere because don't have someone I trust to feed my animals and take care of them. Well, trusting somebody is a thing too, but I know we've got some good people like Stevie and Tony. My
Mm-hmm.
sister would do it, but like I said, just running through and doing the feeding takes us at least 2 hours, and we do it every day.
I know where everything's at.
Yeah, and I just would hate for anybody to come over here and it have to take them that long. I could, give them meat or, pay them or whatever, but you don't never really feel like anybody can take care of your animals as good as you can either, but that's just a lot to take on. It really
Mm.
is. And Tony said I'd do it, and I know you would.
Yep.
That's the reason I said you
But
and
now
Stevie and
another thing too that worries me with getting somebody to come and take care of them is with the bigger animals, the cows, especially right now with the bull in with the cows.
exactly.
A
That's another
stranger
thing.
walk up and a bull don't know them.
And a bull will hurt them in a
Yeah,
heartbeat.
bull.
And a rooster too.
Well, he supposed to know you, but you
Yeah.
intruded in his territory, and he showed you how little you really was, huh?
Yep. He showed me that I shouldn't always be worrying about you in the pasture with the bulls when the chickens or roosters is just as bad.
Uh huh.
Tony says I'm a fast learner. Yellow House on the Hill says super fast learner. And he said it's stronger than bulls. You're full of it.
Yeah.
Tony is a little stout man, though. I mean,
Yeah, but I don't think he can put a horn on his head and pick up 800-pound roll of hay and toss it around.
No, I don't think so either. Cause that's something Taco. We actually seen him stick his horns in the end of a roll and pick it up and just sling it like it was a ball. That was no
But
trouble
now
for him at all.
he does have a heck of a neck on
He
him,
does. That ain't no junk. But he's just
especially to be a Jersey. He's got a neck on him like he would see on a Angus or a Brahmer or something like that. When he drops his head down, you can just see the muscles just
pop out
pop
on
out.
each side of that strip. But he's a sweetheart. He
Yeah.
ain't never act. He just mopes. He'd be a deadhead in horse talk.
Well, now he about kicked me the other week.
Yeah, he did.
I've rubbed that bowl all over his head, everything,
He'll come up
He'll
and
cut,
just lick the crap
yeah,
out of you, won't he?
yeah. And he was standing there beside the fence the other day, and I was walking down through there, and I don't know, dummy me, I just reached over and laid my hand on his back.
And he didn't know he was there.
Well, he should have known because I just walked by his head, but he didn't like it all of a sudden.
Maybe he was in a touchy mood that day.
He might have been. He tried to reach out and give me a touch.
He did. He just wanted to touch you back.
Yeah. If he'd have really swung around there like most cows usually kick, I'd have probably been on the ground.
Red said, "Oh my gosh, I thought you were talking about Tony there for a second."
Now, talking about Taco.
Yeah. And you're right, Margie. Rabbits are good too, but I'm telling you, or for fertilizer use too. I know it being cold, or what they call cold fertilizer, cold poop. I don't know what. It's cold is all I know. Well, I don't know.
It's a fertilizer that you don't have to
worry about it
decompose
burning.
or anything like that. It comes out and you can take it straight and put it on the garden.
Yep, but I know since we put the chickens in the pasture, you can tell now it being dead of winter. Well, you can't today with snow on the ground, but you can tell where the chicken houses have been because
Chicken tractors.
yeah, it is so much greener. The grass there is so much greener than it is in other
Well, now
spots.
this upper part of the pasture, I built them last fall and started on it. And you could tell a little bit there last fall, but I moved it all over that pasture
And back again.
last winter and then started back over in the spring of the year. And boy, that really made a big difference on that upper side of that pasture. And then back about the summer months, wasn't it, when I moved them down to the lower half down there?
Yep, it was.
And you can tell just where they'd been on it during the summer. You can tell where I went down through there and turned and was coming back up.
I'm sorry. You done?
Yeah.
Dallas County wants to know what's the best time to butcher your animals. What time of year is the best time?
Oh, well, it's according to what it is. Chickens and stuff like that, anytime.
Yep.
If you having somebody to do your processing for you, like for a hog or cow or anything, they do them year round. Now, if you're wanting to do a hog and you're wanting cure the meat and hang the meat up and cure it and all that, it needs to be in the fall of the year or early winter. Around here anymore, we don't have enough fall weather to cure meats. About everybody's having to go to a cool room of some sort to be able to hang meat and cure it.
Yep, they are. Hello, Angie of the UK. She says, "Hi, Giggle Gang."
Sorry.
Glenn's cousin, I want y'all to know, made some goat soap. Well, goat milk soap. I'm sorry. They make soap for goats.
Yeah.
But I'm sitting
They
here.
need a bath every once in a while too, especially them billies.
Yeah. But this stuff smells so good. She made it in snowman and Santa Claus. It looks good enough to eat, don't it? It looks like white chocolate and dark chocolate or milk chocolate.
Fudge.
But gosh, it smells so good. And that's all I can smell sitting here. And so I thought I'd just show it to you. But his cousin's good. She makes candles and this too.
Yeah, she's talking about starting a channel, so I don't know.
Yep, she told us that we needed to show her what to do.
Yeah.
Glenn said, "You're in trouble."
Yeah, she said to ask me, said, what do you, or how was she said that about, oh, she asked you, told you to tell me that she needed me to help her start a channel and everything. I said, the only thing I can tell you is go get your camera, make a video, and
make
post
a video.
I thought she's going to whoop me.
Uh-huh. And Joy said that Tony should be able to disappear because he's a leprechaun. And look, Chris said Tony taking care of Taco. And Dallas, was that what you said? Because you said Lazy Acres. Did you see my last message? That's the one you're talking about what was. Now, a lot
We
of
might have
people
missed one.
says, yeah, that's the reason I was asking. But a lot of people says pigs. If you're going to scald them yourself, that needs to be done in the cold. But a lot of places that you take them to now, they skin them,
Mm-hmm.
so you can have
Yep.
them done any time of the
Yeah,
year too.
most places anymore, they here where we live. There's one place that I know of that I can take a hog to that they'll actually scald it, and they will do it for you in the summertime. But where they're at, they got all these coolers and freezers and stuff. So as soon as they bring it out of that, get it done scraping, they can take it straight into cold.
Dallas County said, then this is so good. He says, if no one has told you today that you are loved, let me be the first. I love you, so does God. Please tell someone you don't know that they are loved because it could be their last time hearing it. And you're exactly
Yep.
right. And that's something that you need to do. Tony said, I can jump fast. You really can. Jump from trailer to trailer like a little monkey.
Uh-huh. And bulls can be fast too.
And Dallas County says, I'm making a quilt out of my mask I've collected and do a fundraiser. That is just
I
nice.
hear you.
Yellow House says, I love you all. And you're exactly right. We love everybody in here. Y'all all got a special place in our heart.
Yep.
I got soap on my phone. Man, all I can smell soap.
I wish I could smell it. I ain't smelt nothing in 2 or 3 days.
I hope that's not a bad thing.
You know my sinuses.
And Margie said, reach out and touch somebody's hand and make this world a better place. You're exactly right.
Yep.
Everybody needs, in this day and time, needs to try to make everybody smell, spell.
I thought you said spill.
No, I said spell. And then I was going to say feel special because of so much meanness and I don't know, I guess unrest that's going on in the world today. We all need to try to make somebody's day just a little bit better.
Yep. Always be willing to lend a helping hand.
Exactly right. Darlene says, how many cows do you have? Yellow House said, I slapped Glenn.
Who will?
Tony.
I'll bounce you around like a basketball, boy. We got 2 milk cows, 2 heifers, a big steer, and a big bull and a little bull. So that's what, 7? And 14 goats, and I don't know, I've lost count on the pigs and chickens, guineas, and got 1 turkey. I can keep up with that.
Yeah. I don't know how many chickens we got right now either. I
I
didn't
don't know
know,
either.
but we downsized and then we had new babies come in and they're just now starting to lay and I don't know exactly.
And we downsized on them a few times.
Darlene Powell says goats are cute. They are. And I tell you, y'all won't believe Ice. I actually videoed the baby goats the other day. And if y'all remember or just go back and look at the videos when they was little, Black Betty is the only one that ain't changed that much. But the rest of them,
I'm afraid to make change that much.
well, no, not really. And Snuggles hadn't. Lena and Buster, but the rest of them, their colors are even to little pebbles is different.
But none of them changed like Ice. He went from white to I don't know what all.
He's almost like a dark brown or dark gray, or
He's
you'll just have to see him. But I videoed them for you the other
he's
day so
white,
y'all could see
tan,
them.
brown, gray, black, and he likes to climb my back. Every time I get in there anymore, if I stop for a minute, I'll feel 2 paws.
Yep. He'll jump up on you, wanting you to pet him. The other day, he went and jumped up on me, and I was holding him, and he was just right there at my nose, and he's nibbling on my nose.
He
So,
don't. He runs up behind me and jumps up on my back.
well, you remember he was fussing and don't need to be doing that over the fence, but he planted his
Mm-hmm.
2 front feet right here in my chest and was just sitting there. He loves to be petted.
There's Murray Ranch. Hello, girl.
Mary Ranch, how are you? And thank you so much.
Yes.
$20 super chat. I didn't even know you was in here tonight,
I
lady.
just seen that pop up there the first time I'd seen it.
She is sitting in the background.
Ah.
I want y'all to know Mary Ranch put this video out about her
Yeah.
little horses, her small horses.
Yeah, I thought she was gonna have a fit over them.
I was like, I want to just pet them. They are so pretty. And what was it she called them? Chubby horses, wasn't it? Or I don't remember, but I
I
told
think it was
Glenn
something like that.
they are the fattest, cutest little things. And I was trying to
Yeah, they look
remember
like
their
they're about
names.
as big around as they are tall. If they rolled over, it looked like it just rolled like a barrel.
Murray, if me and Chris ever come to your house, I promise you we would never ever leave. Dallas County Scratchers, $1 super chat. Thank you so much.
Yes.
Guys, we appreciate it. Y'all don't never have
Yep.
to do it, but we appreciate it. We poor folks, and any time that you give us $1, we appreciate it like it was $10.
Yep.
But we do. We thank you from the bottom of our heart. I don't know how. I've never been good at taking compliments. It's not that it bothers me or makes me mad. I just don't know how to thank people because I don't feel like I can ever thank them enough for how they bless my heart, I guess is what I'm trying to say. So when we just say thank you guys, we really appreciate it. That's all you want because like now I'm tearing up and we
Mm,
don't need to make it a crybaby show. So just know we appreciate y'all very much. Very much.
yep.
Red said those horses are adorable. They really are. I just told Glennis that makes me want to pet them so bad. Now our big horses are pretty too, but them small horses you just want to hug them. And Tony said, Glenn, no, I love him. And Mary had said, hello, everyone. Let's see. No! Tony said Chris got her a donkey. Did she really? Lord, if she did. She
Well,
said my donkey's name is Tony. Well,
that
we knew
ain't a
that.
donkey. That's a
Jack
jack.
Honk.
That's a jack blank.
A Jace Honk.
Or maybe I should
Oh,
say a blank
me.
jack.
That was mean. I was thinking she really got her donkey. Y'all, Chris absolutely loves donkeys.
Yeah, if you ever riding with her
Absolutely.
in country and there's a
You
pasture,
need earplugs.
you better be ready because you'll jump out of the vehicle if you ain't.
Don't she?
Uh-huh.
She does. She absolutely just squeals when she sees them. Shaky said, we are family. We already know. Yes, you are.
Yep.
Y'all are our extended family. And on that note, Mama, hey, I love you. Hope you enjoyed your snow. Carla, love you too, because I know they're probably watching. Which Carla usually talks.
Uh-huh.
Dallas said, we're family now. You really are.
Yep.
Angie says, can I ask for your prayers for my family, please? My daughter, her husband, and her 2 kids have all tested positive. Oh no, for the new one. Plus Tom and Angel grandkids partners, if or I feel so. Honey, we sure will pray for them, and I hate that. I hate it severely bad, but we will pray for them. But don't ever be ashamed to ask for prayers for people,
No.
because we do not mind at all.
Yep.
Oh, I hate that Angie. Angie said that she's housebound and cannot help them. You're not useless, Angie.
Tony said he's going live in a few, probably
Are
soon as we
you?
get off.
Well, Susan says Pebbles is beautiful. Black Betty looks like she's going to have a baby in a minute.
Which one?
Black Betty, but I think she meant ice because she said, then you told us that was a boy, LOL.
Okay.
You didn't put that video out?
I don't know.
I didn't get to help him with the last two videos. Usually I go in there and write numbers down and do this, that, and the other. But I said that in the video, so you had to put it out already.
Okay. Maybe I have. I don't know. The last 2 or 3 I put out, I've done it in a rush. I ain't had time to try to sit down and take time to edit nothing. So actually, I think one of them I put out, I forgot to put the outro on it.
I think his sugar messes with his mind really bad, so y'all just forgive him.
Only bad thing, I think, when it's up higher, it stays a little better, and it goes down, I think it gets worse.
Yep. Dallas County Scratcher said, Angie UK, dear Lord, please put your healing hands on the people that have the new strain, and as you and only you can, in your son's Jesus' name we pray, amen. And everybody saying amen. And I'll say the same.
Amen.
Because I hope they get to feeling better. Because it's really worrisome whenever somebody gets it, because people are affected by it in such different ways. I mean, and you just don't know how they're going to, be affected by it. Because I know, like with Kendra, she actually got to coughing up blood, and that just, she had it rough there for a while, and that's all I'm gonna say. And it just really, really makes you feel for them, because it has to be something very hard to go through.
Yep.
But guys, we have been on here for over an hour. I know.
Almost hour and a half.
Okay.
In 3 minutes.
And I know our last 2 lives has been very long. Not that we're complaining, we loved them. It's just
but New
hard.
Year's one, it was.
Yeah, but it's just hard for anybody to go back and watch a very long
4
live
hours.
stream. Yeah. And, we had fun. That's all that matters.
That's right.
But anyway, guys, we're going to get off of here. And Tony said he's going live. Tony, you going live right after us? So I know whether to send everybody over there. But guys, we love each and every one of you. I don't know if Tony's going live as soon as we get off or not. He said, I wonder if Popeye will go live tonight. He said he was going to, but when, I don't know.
Yes.
He said yes. Okay. Red says, I'm heading to Boone. Guys, I'm sorry. I get in a hurry and don't think. But heading to bed herself, I'm so tired right now. We understand, honey. We love you. But everybody, Miracle Farm said, blessings to everyone and good night all. And on that note, that sounds like a good way to end it. We love each and every one of y'all and hope the week coming up is the best week that you've ever had in your whole life. Everybody being blessed from top to bottom. Thank you for being in here with us and sharing. What?
Tell everybody to go to Yellow House and put in Lazy Raid.
Yeah, everybody go over and say hey to Tony and Chris, because they love you too. Just like we all love them. So we'll see you guys over there.
Tell them, say Lazy Raid, so they'll know that you came. You heard of it. Yep. Y'all know what I mean.
Just say lazy, they'll know.
Yeah.
Love you guys, and we'll catch you on the next one.
Bye.
Bye.